Decimal.
Decimal.
A fraction shown in base 10. Decimal. Oh, you just need your books at your desk. Yep, just you up here. Books on your desk. Your book, your pencil, and your color on your desk. Just you up here. We'll go back to our desk work. Nice job, Central. Mike, you got some scouts? Okay, well, we're gonna start March's calendar grid. We're gonna start with a narrative. So your job right now is just to listen as I read you the situation about Mumford Mole. I get to introduce you to a guy named Mumford Mole. Although baby moles, or kits as they are known, usually leave home when they're only a month old, Mumford Mole accidentally wandered away from his nest 2 weeks after he and his sister were born. Lost and hungry, he was taken in by a familiar family of groundhogs, and soon came to believe he was one of them. In fact, when February 2nd came around that year, the groundhogs pinned the job on Mumford. As usual, thousands of people from around the world had gathered at Gobbler's Knob in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, to watch the groundhog come out of his burrow. Would he see his shadow when he emerged or not? You can only imagine the hysteria that was unleashed when Mumford poked his head out of the official burrow. Suddenly, everyone was yelling and screaming, and hands were flying as people tried to catch the imposter. Mumford barely escaped with his life and realized then and there that he wasn't a groundhog after all. But what was he? After several days of wandering, hungry and tired and lonely, he met a kindly old mole who told him who he really was and taught him all the things a mole needs to know, including the tunneling techniques and building codes Mumford would need to make a good life for himself. After studying with old Emeritus Mole for several weeks, Mumford was ready to find himself a meadow, build his first main tunnel, and start life as an adult mole. This month's calendar markers features a set of clues that will help you create a map of Mumford Mole's meadow and discover the treasure that lay waiting for him under the nest at the end of the meadow. When would you turn and talk with an elbow partner and summarize what Mumford Mole's problem is? Turn and talk.
He's not a groundhog. He's lonely. He's not a groundhog. He can't find out who he really is. He's not a groundhog. And then I'm the hero of the groundhog. People started yelling. Then you notice that he was traveled away 2 weeks after his mommy was dead. His daddy was dead. Oh no. We found out that he wasn't a groundhog. He was actually. He's not a groundhog. Yeah, we found that out. Yeah, and then his life just.
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2. Nice job. Well, this month, through our calendar grid workouts, we are going to identify the parts of a coordinate plane and plot the points on a coordinate grid, identifying the ordered pairs. So you have this in your book. So when we go back to your desk, you will open up a page and you will see this grid, and it's called Mumford Mole's Meadow. And I just want you to think, just look at it for a minute and observe what you see on this grid. What do you notice? Turn and share with an elbow partner some observations you have. What are some observations that you can make? What are some mathematical observations you can make? Caitlin.
It looks like a graph because there's numbers on the sides and on the bottom.
Okay, we have numbers on the bottom and numbers going up the side. Dominique.
There's a compass guide, the signs.
Yeah. It's called a compass rose. Mikey?
It's white.
It is white. How does that give us a mathematical observation?
See the squares there?
Okay. Mason?
There's little tiny letters or numbers with the line at the bottom.
So there's something going on here at the bottom that we're going to do. Ben?
It's a coordinate grid.
It is a coordinate grid. It is a coordinate grid or a coordinate plane where we will plot and identify ordered pairs. How does this grid relate to a map? How does this grid relate to a map? Why don't you turn and talk with an elbow partner for a minute? Nice job. How does our coordinate grid here relate to a map? Jane?
As a compass.
We do. We have the compass rose up here. Which maps would tell us, have a compass rose to tell us the direction? Julia?
So some maps have the grid on it sometimes so they can mark where they've been.
Yes. Good. Riley?
The coordinates you would put down, you would pretty much follow throughout, like a map.
Okay. Okay. So I want you to think maps have grids too, and the lines on maps that go up. Does anyone know what those lines are called? That kind of look like a ladder going up. On a map, we would we would hand plot points, are called lines of latitude. And then the lines going north-south are lines of longitude. So when we think about a coordinate grid, we can also think about lines of latitude and longitude as it would be on a map. So we will be mapping Mumford Moles tunnels. So we're gonna be following directions on our map and finding points and then listing them as ordered pairs. So we're gonna go back to our desk after we hear from our scouts, and you're gonna open to page 131, and you're gonna need your pencil. We're gonna start with your pencil. We're gonna do our work with pencil, and then we'll go over it with your blue a little later. Okay, so let's hear from our scouts. Callista, who'd you see?
I saw Brianna.
What'd you notice about Brianna?
Well, like, she was, like, paying attention at the board, and she was, like, talking to, like her partner, when you said, talk to your other partner.
Okay, no, which Brianna are you checking?
Debbie.
Thank you. So what you gonna check?
Self-control.
Self-control. Thank you, Brianna. Riley.
I chose Ben because he was actively answering questions, and I showed I had a willing attitude.
A willing attitude. Thank you, Ben. All right, I'm going to say the word, and I'm looking for table groups going back quickly and quietly and opening their books to page 131. Decimal. Decimal. A fraction shown as base 10. Decimal. Start with day 1. And that was on Wednesday. It tells us the starting point. And it says 0, 7 in parentheses. Does anyone know what these are called? Ben?
Coordinates?
They are the ordered pairs that will tell us our coordinates. And they are listed in a specific order. When we talk about our graphing, we talk about 2 axes. We have the horizontal axis and we have the vertical axis. The horizontal axis is which axis? Ben?
The x-axis.
The x-axis. Go ahead and label that the x-axis in your book so you can remember that is the x-axis. And then the vertical axis is the y-axis. Let's go ahead and label that the y-axis. So when we look at an ordered pair, they are always in order x, y. X, y. So as we label our ordered pairs, and we can even, in your book, why don't you make yourself a little reminder. X, comma, y is how we list our ordered pairs. Our horizontal first and our vertical second. So if we're going to plot 0, 7, we start horizontal at 0, and we go vertical, the y-axis up 7. So 0, 7, and I'm going to put my dot. You were doing this in pencil. You will go over it with your blue at the end. All right, now we have directions. And our directions say, and this is how we're going to find nest 1, Mumford's nest 1. From starting point, Go east 4. Which way is east? Julia, on her grid though. We gotta know on her grid, don't we? Yeah. Yes, on your book it is this way. Ben?
It goes right.
Yeah, so I want to look here at my compass rose, and east is our E, so we're going straight right. And how many? 4. 4. Okay, so let's go over 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to put a point, and I'm going to label this nest 1. Now, when you guys noticed, we have here at the bottom a spot where we're going to put the ordered pairs for nest 1. Where do we find nest 1? I'm looking for the ordered pairs. So I want to find my X and then find my Y because I list them in that order. What is the ordered pairs for nest 1? Taylor? 4, 7. Horizontal, or my X, 4 over 4. Vertical, Y up 7. So I'm going to say 4, 7. Okay, day 3. Here's today's. Feeding area 1A. It says from nest 1, go west 2, northeast 1. West 2, northeast 1. Okay, so if I start at nest 1, which way do I go first?
West.
West. I gotta look at my compass rose. West means I'm going back. How many?
2.
1, 2, and then northeast 1. Okay, that's this way. So I'm going to make a diagonal. Feeding area 1. I'm going to abbreviate that and write FA1. What is the ordered pair for feeding area 1, or 1A, sorry, 1A. 1A, Riley.
3, 8.
So over 3, on my x-axis is 3, and up 8. So 3, 8. Okay, we got something else on this card. We have our first clue. What's our first clue? 2 words. So I just made a little chart over here next to our grid. So every day we see a clue. Whoops, I put 2 clues. How about 2 words? Try to talk and write at the same time. 2 words. Every time we have a clue, we'll add them to our list. All right, we're going to do one more. We're going to do tomorrow's, day 4. Okay, feeding area 1B. From nest 1, go west 2, northwest 1. Go west 2, northwest 1. Okay, so I'm looking over here, west 2, but instead of northeast, I'm going northwest. And I'm going to label it feeding area 1B. Feeding area 1B. Okay, what is the ordered pair for feeding area 1B? Cora. Over 1, up 8. 8, and I'm gonna list my ordered pair. Okay, turn with your table group and double check that your pencil drawing of the tunnels matches mine, and then you can go over it with your blue. Then you can go over it with your blue. That's why field area, wide lake one.
That makes sense.
Sam, how about yours?
So FA
Yeah,
here.
this is the same. How about
Yeah,
yours?
once you're checked, you can go over it in your blue.
Yes. Is that yeah? So we can go over it.
And then we have to do that grade one.
I already did it. Yeah, I just erased it to do it. Yeah, I didn't ask you. You said you could trace it. You could trace it?
Once you're good,
Yes, it'll help you see it. So make sure so you can see it.
yes, once you've checked with your able partner and it looks like mine, go over it in your blue. All right, give me a thumbs up when you're finished tracing it in blue. So every day, when our calendar helper turns over the calendar markers, we will update our grid. Okay, so you'll need to pull out your book and with your pencil, follow the directions and find the ordered pair for the next part. We will do pencil first. Okay, and then when we have our calendar workouts once a week, we'll make sure we're good and go over it in a color. We will change colors. Okay, as we go through the cards, they're gonna change colors and we will change colors every time the markers change colors. Remember, through calendar workout this month, we will be practicing plotting our points on our coordinate grid and finding the ordered pairs. Nice job today. When I say the word, you're gonna clear off everything from your desk except for a pencil as we transition into math. Decimal, decimal. A fraction shown as base 10, decimal.